Andrew, how do you think your season's gone so far for the Tigers?
So far it's been great. 10-0 and the conference champs. We've had some big wins, some close games, like our first conference game against Aurora. We've really grown as a team throughout the year, so for me it's been great.
2 times in a row you guys have been to the state finals. How do you guys want to change that and come out with the win?
Not a whole lot we want to change. We obviously want to get right back to it, but we've been saying that each week we got to play at our level and not stoop down anywhere. We can't worry about the other team. We got to prepare ourselves the same each week, which we've done for the past 10 weeks, so we just got to keep that up.
How much of a benefit is that each year to have those extra 5 weeks of practice?
It's huge. Like we were saying, we fit three years of games in 2 years within the past 2 years. So 30 games in 2 years is a lot. When you talk about some teams, they have a lot of seniors coming back who only played 10 games. But we have like a lot of sophomores and juniors who get that extra 10 weeks of practice for 5 each year. So we think that's more valuable experience in the playoffs than just regular season games.
How about the system you have here with the Tigers too? It just seems like younger players, they develop so much faster.
It's been great. We've had the same, for my 4 years, we've had very little change in the coaching staff. And offense and defense have pretty much stayed the same, so it's just learning and expanding each year. So it's really great for learning purposes, and the coaches can really get us excited each year about coming out, and we get tons of kids each year, so they're building a good program.
Against Firelands this week, 10-0 team, number 8 seed. It's kind of a different thing to see there compared to in past years where you've seen teams with 2 and 3 losses.
Yeah, but you win 10 games, that's an accomplishment, so you know they know how to win, and they obviously got a good team.
What do you think is going to be a key to victory?
We got to start strong and come out in the second quarter or in the second half. Like I said, we just got to play at our level and prepare ourselves, and we'll be great.
You touched on preparation last year when the snow fell against Garrettsville. How did you prepare for that?
We practiced in the snow the year before throughout the playoffs, and so we're kind of used to that. It's just handling adversity, so each week something new is going to be thrown at you. You just got to roll with the punches.
We'll put you on the spot. Give me a prediction for the game.
I'm going to be confident say we win, but I couldn't give you a score.
If I knew nothing about the Chagrin Falls Tigers football program, how would you describe everything?
We know how to win. We got a lot of experience on this team. Our coaching staff got a lot of years under their belt, and they know the right ways to win.
How much of a benefit was it the last 2 years, those extra 5 games that you guys played?
The experience we gained from the past 2 years in the playoffs has boosted us this entire year. Not only us seniors, but the underclassmen. You know, they've kind of fed off of our leadership as we fed off of the leadership of the seniors before us. And you know, that experience, allowing us to overcome adversity, has gotten us through this entire year.
How hungry are you guys to get a victory in Week 15?
Definitely. You know, after the last 2 years, wouldn't say it's been easy on us, but you know, we've learned from it, we made some adjustments, and I think this year we're ready.
This week against Firelands, how big of a game is this for you guys?
This is tremendous. You know, we got to see what we can do in the playoffs. This regular season, we've proved, you know, we're coming out 10-0, but playoffs is a whole new game for us. Firelands got a lot of size up front, so that's going to be a big challenge for us, and if we can overcome that, hopefully we'll come out with a win.
What's going to be key to victory?
Key to victory is going to be physical, everyone doing their jobs and executing, holding on to the football, and you know, as long as we can get our plays done the way the coaches have prepared us this week, we should be fine.
Give me a prediction for the game.
Gonna win. That's our prediction.
Coach, how much of a benefit was it? I know you don't want to lose in the state championship, but you got those extra 5 weeks of practice the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's been invaluable. The seniors right now have played 3 seasons in 2 years, 30 games. And not just 30 games, you know, 30 games, especially of high competition, preparation each week, playing in front of large crowds. You know, that finality of being in a playoff scenario where winners advance, losers go home. So I think that matures a young man a great deal, and obviously it's our hope that that will show as we begin this playoff season, you know, that maturity and that experience can be a positive for us.
Moving up to Division III now, business as usual. Tigers undefeated going into the playoffs.
Well, and it was funny because as soon as the divisions came out, and I think because of the fact that we were the very bottom of Division 3. We're the smallest school in Division III. I think that made a big story, and everybody was interested. And I said, we're going to focus our players on our season at hand. Whether we were in Division IV or Division III, I wouldn't want any playoff talk in August or in the summer. And I'm really proud of our guys that they did pay attention to detail throughout the summer preparation and the fall and meeting each obstacle each week. So now it is November, and now it's a time for us to focus on that. And once again, we'll focus on a good Firelands team. We're learning more and more about them and planning and preparing. So it's exciting, but I think our guys are, they're happy to be there, but they realize there's a lot of work to be done.
How hungry are your boys to change the Week 15 result?
Well, I'm sure it's in everybody's mind, but once again, we're right now we're thinking of Week 11. I think if you start thinking about Week 15, now you'll be watching it from the stands. We need to focus this week. We're going to play an undefeated team that's met all of their goals, accomplished everything that they've wanted to. They're going to be playing with a lot of momentum, and that's important for both teams. So that's our focus right now.
What about Firelands scares you?
They're big. They are really big. They got some big guys. They have some very good athletic players, and they put those athletic people on both sides of the ball. The quarterback is the free safety. One running back is a strong safety. The other running back is the will linebacker. The tight end is the Sam linebacker. The wide receiver plays cornerback. So they put their best athletic players in positions where they're going to have the ball in their hands or defend somebody with the ball in their hands. And so when you do that, and you have an opportunity, obviously, to have a lot of athletes on the field, and so that poses a challenge. But like I said, up front, they've got some big size. They have a couple of guys close to 300 pounds on the offensive line, so that will be a great challenge for our guys.
Who for your boys has stood out this year?
Well, it's interesting because I think so many of our guys have played a huge role. And I don't mean just to say that, but if you can go down our statistics, we're not going to have any statistical leaders in Northeast Ohio because I think over 5 kids have double digits in catching the ball, and 4 guys have run the ball consistently. So, I would have to say right off the get-go, our receivers of Anthony DiCamillo and Michael Hageman, and certainly Bradley Monday have been able to help our pass offense. Bradley and Jack, running the ball, and I think Tommy Amarino as a quarterback, just getting the ball to those players. Our offensive front has done a great job all year long. We've been able to have 5 consistent offensive linemen play, and those guys have been good. Defensively, I think that's really where we have made the improvement. We've done a great job against some really good offensive football teams. Kurt Vidmer is our middle linebacker. Everett DeShong is our strong safety, and those guys kind of head up that defense, and Mike Tozy at defensive end. So really proud of the combination, and I think our special teams have done really well. Alex Hawaks is our kicker. He's 40 of 41 on PATs. He's knocked 15 kickoffs into the end zone. And so that really has been something we've hoped would improve from last year, and it has. So those 3 areas are certainly playing in together.
How much of a benefit is to look across the dinner table and see your quarterback every night?
It is. It's all spring. It was all winter last year. It was. I remember right after the championship game last year, he came up to me and talked about focusing for this year and wanting to be successful, and he really has worked hard in the off season. But it is, there's a sense of understanding. He knows what we want to do offensively. I think his strength may not be the strongest arm, the fastest legs, the tallest frame. That's not his strength. I think his strength is the decision making that he makes, being able to run our offense efficiently, which calls for a lot of different things, and he knows what I want to be done, so that's really beneficial.
How hard is it to draw the line between coach and dad?
It's the first time for me, so I've always been involved in their athletics, even in youth sports and all that, but we don't have a problem with it at all. It's a phenomenal thing. The most important things in my life are family, and this football team, to be able to combine both of those together has just been remarkable. I have a younger son who plays on the team. My wife and daughter and my sister go to every game. My brother coaches on the staff, so it truly is just a wonderful experience for all of us.
Coming back to the Week 11 game against Firelands, what do you think is going to be key to victory?
Well, obviously, when you get into the playoffs, big plays can be made, for you or against you. You have to be very, very sound and secure with ball security and avoiding big penalties to kill drives. That's something that we've emphasized. Playing the game of field position, using your kicking game as an advantage, and I think maximizing your opportunities to score when you have them inside the 30-yard line, getting points. Those are the things that we stress all year long, and we've been successful so far doing that, and that's got to be the method, in the playoffs. Because like I told the players yesterday, the only difference in the playoffs is just your senses are a little sharper because there's an urgency in knowing that somebody's going to be turning in the equipment after the game. And so that makes every potential mistake or big play that much more valuable.
Put you on the spot, Coach. Give me a prediction for the game.
Well, I tell you what, I predict that our guys will be very prepared. I predict that we will play very hard, very aggressive football, and then the rest of it's out of our hands, and we'll see what happens after that.